Rishi Sunak has now won the race to be the leader of the Conservative Party, will become Britain's next Prime Minister. First Indian origin UK Prime Minister faces the task of steering the economically floundering nation days after his predecessor, Liz Truss, stepped down, conceding defeat. At the age of 42, Sunak is not just the youngest, but the first person of colour to hold this post. Congratulating Rishi Sunak, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tweeted out saying that he's looking forward to working with Rishi Sunak closely on global issues. Modi has also wished Sunak a very happy Diwali, calling him a living bridge for UK Indians. US President Joe Biden has described Sunak's nomination as UK's Prime Minister a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party expected to become the Prime Minister, I think, tomorrow when he goes to see the King. Pretty astounding. A groundbreaking milestone, and it matters. It matters.
All right, let me quickly cut across to Jonathan Gilbert, our India Today's special correspondent, joining us live from London. Jonathan, this is indeed a moment of joy for Indians across the globe, and certainly a historic moment. As Joe Biden says, United States President says that this is a historic milestone. While he's receiving congratulatory messages from the world over, we see that there is some resistance and opposition within your own country. Do highlight for us.
Yeah, I mean, as Joe Biden says, it genuinely does matter. We live in a world, don't we, of fluid migration now, which has been racked in the past by racial politics. And I think it's taking a little while for the truth of this to settle in. We have our first ever Indian origin, Asian origin Prime Minister, and rightly so. And I think the greatest accolade here is that very few people are pointing this out. This really isn't a major issue for a lot of people in this multicultural and very happy, fluidly multicultural land of ours. So good for him. In just a few hours' time, he will go to Buckingham Palace, just half a mile or so from where I'm standing, and he will ask the King for permission to form a government. And the King will say, of course, yes. And then he will come back here to Downing Street, just up the road here, and then he will deliver his first speech as Prime Minister. I think that's when it's really going to sink in that Rishi Sunak is our new Prime Minister.
All right, Jonathan, this is just about sinking in. Rishi Sunak is all set to address the media, or he's going to give a special speech in a little while from now. What do you feel is going to be the point of address for him today?
I mean, he will go through the obvious formalities. He will thank the outgoing Prime Minister Liz Truss. The less said about her, the better, quite frankly. She's going to go down in history as a little bit of a political embarrassment, quite frankly. But then, of course, he will no doubt give us certain platitudes about the challenges ahead. There are genuinely massive challenges ahead. Inflation is running at around 10%. Mortgage rates are off the scale. Cost of living crisis off the scale. People can't heat their homes at the moment. So I think what he needs to do is deliver the necessary words and then go through that famous black door, sit down and start trying to figure out how to fix the country and fix the economy, because it's going to be a long, cold winter ahead.